Okay, so what's the difference between a narcissist and a sociopath? Right? Like we're dating this person that's a narcissist, and it's like, how are you not a psychopath right now, right? Like you lack empathy, you look at me when there's black in your eyes, and anyway. So yeah, it's a very fair question, and it's honestly a very fine line. So the thing that the field of psychology is beginning to understand with some of these personality disorders, cluster B personality disorders, right, is that there's a lot of overlapping. And right now it's categorical, but they're talking about moving it to more of a spectrum-based thing because a lot of these fall into each other, okay? So if you're really, really confused on if this person's a narcissist or a sociopath, the field of psychology is still trying to figure out that line. Got it? So don't worry. So what we have so far, what I understand as the difference between the two is pretty minimal. Okay, so let's start with what they have in common. They both lack empathy, okay? Even the sociopath is going to have an extremely narcissistic personality. This weapon of gaslighting will be used by both. This sense of entitlement will be used by both, okay? So some of the key differences, again, this is all on the spectrum. You will see narcissists portray some of these things sometimes as well. But typically, sociopaths lack impulse control and end up crossing that line of legality more often and ending up in the prison system or in the jail system. So it's because they lack that impulse control. Narcissists are very calculated people. They understand rules. You'll notice that they hide who they are from you in the beginning and from other people in public often. So while they both lack empathy and remorse and compassion and humanity and all of these really important things that make us humans that better coexist with other humans, sociopaths tend to act out more behaviorally, I guess. I don't want to say that if they're violent, they're a sociopath and not a narcissist, because some narcissists are violent, okay? They are too. So like I said, this is such a fine line. But like I said, it's being introduced onto a spectrum. So I like to think of it this way. All sociopaths are narcissistic. All sociopaths have a narcissistic personality in the sense of they're the victim, everything gets flipped around on you, they're going to gaslight you, they're going to avoid responsibility, they don't have that emotional development or space or maturity to behave any other way. They don't have the capacity, they don't have the tools in their belt to be there for other people emotionally, okay? So all sociopaths are narcissistic, but not all narcissists are going to be sociopathic. Okay, so high spectrum narcissists are going to end up resembling sociopaths a lot more, like your malignant narcissist, right? I don't know if we've discussed terms, so overt, covert, malignant. So malignant narcissists tend to be more dangerous, more calculated in the sense that they play a lot of games to set you up. They can be more violent. So that's when you're entering towards the sociopath spectrum. I like to think of narcissists as low-level sociopaths or sociopaths as high-level narcissists, okay? So now when you get into the category of sociopaths, that falls under the diagnosis of antisocial personality disorder. Psychopaths also fall under the diagnosis of antisocial personality disorder, okay? So you have narcissistic personality disorder, narcissists, and then you have antisocial personality disorder, sociopaths and psychopaths. So the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is going to be physiological mostly. So there's this gray matter difference in the psychopath's brain. Simply put or understood, sociopaths are made, psychopaths are born. Okay, of course, we are limited to what we know. But while there is predisposition in narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder in the sense of sociopaths, I mean it in that they are born, psychopaths are born in the sense of, like I said, that gray matter in their brain. So it was described to me this way. If you have a sociopath that just murdered somebody and they have that person's body in their trunk and they get pulled over by the cops, okay? And you have a psychopath, same thing, just got away with murder, body in the trunk, okay, they get pulled over by the cops. The sociopath will still have physiological responses. They might start sweating, their lungs might expand, the blood is rushing, yeah, right? They're breathing, their pupils are dilating. Physiologically, they're gonna respond. Psychopaths, they won't miss a beat. They won't drop a beat of sweat. Physiologically, they're not responding. They're not going into that state like a sociopath. And that's because, like I said, of the differences in their gray matter in their brain. So, sociopaths are born. The nurture argument, they have a predisposition combined with, the nurture, their environment that created this monster, this sociopath. And then you have psychopaths, which they're just born that way, So that's the way it was delivered to me, the research I've done, the way I understand it. And listen, I'm telling you this as somebody who, I'm just gonna go off script. I'm gonna stop educating for a second. I was raised by a malignant narcissist, so trying to understand the difference between a narcissist and a sociopath has been my life's mission. I'm not just throwing out any information that I can find about the difference between narcissists and sociopaths. It's been my goal in life to understand. So when I'm coming to you with this, it's kind of on this spectrum, there's not a lot of differences, it's because this is the research I'm finding. It's because this is the way I'm learning that it is. I did an independent study on the difference between antisocial personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder, and it's just not clear-cut enough for me. If you listen to my videos, if you follow me, it's probably because we think similarly. It's probably because the way I see things and learn about things resonates with the way you think. So you can go out and do the research as well, but it's not, the way I think, it's not clear enough cut for me. I don't like it. It's, I need more. Because what they're saying, when a lot of the diagnosis with antisocial personality, a lot of my research in that independent study pointed sociopaths in a direction of prison system, breaking the law. And I'm like, what's the personality difference though? They got caught and the narcissist hasn't gotten caught. I want a clear-cut box to put this person in. And what I learned about psychology is people don't fit in boxes. We create them, we try and make them fit, but people don't quite fit that way. So the research that I came across defining the differences between narcissists and antisocials is saying that antisocial personality disorder, some research has indicated that is a waste bucket term. It's just a diagnosis that they give people that are entering the prison system. So yeah, again, it's not as clear cut as I would like it to be, but this is how I've interpreted what I've learned over the years. All sociopaths are narcissistic, all of them, okay? Not all narcissists are sociopathic. I like to think of it, I'll repeat myself again, I like to think of it as sociopaths are high spectrum narcissists and narcissists are low spectrum sociopaths. But I believe that they are all dangerous. They're all very dangerous in their own ways. It's not a joke. Like I'm saying, the difference is finite. The difference is small. So if you're dealing with a narcissist, I can be giving you information on psychopaths that is going to help you in dealing with a narcissist, okay? There are books written about psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists. The information applies to them all. All the information that you're going to find on their tactics and manipulation and brainwashing and evilness and abusiveness and the gaslighting, it's going to be the same for them all. So I wish I could answer that more clearly, and I'm sorry if that made that more confusing. But anyway, my friends, I just really, really want to encourage you to continue doing your research. As always, arm yourself with knowledge and get these psychopaths out of your life. We got to get them out, all of them. Get them out of our lives, okay? Until next time, stay strong.